as you can see, this will going to be the ultimate S6 comparing video. S6, S6 Edge. I'm not going into the basic information. This I've given you already on the Mobile World Congress. To this video, you go over here, click on that video, and you'll see all the basic informations on these two. Here we now have the Note and Note Edge, especially because I wanted to compare the Edge displays. Here we're going to compare the user interface, and this is the HTC One M9. Here we're going to have a look onto the screen, because you know this is full HD and here we have quad HD, and we will have a look through a magnifier to see what the differences are. Samsung is telling us, and some of the media is telling us, hey, the user interface is getting way better. And I wanted to show you, for example, in the settings that we go here, that I not really can go this way, because let's say for the example here in the settings, yeah, you can scroll now quicker, but that's coming primarily because you have smaller icons and smaller texts, but not really very much less options right here. Because, for example, if you go to the device settings over here, then we will see, for example, let's say lock screen, for example, we have had here in the device here on the Note 4. S6, it's just going to personal. We have that here, lock screen and security in one. So of course you have less icons to scroll. So this is not something I would say it's way better. Or for example, if you go to the browser, yes, I really find it better to have, instead of the icons we all know, but nevertheless, here we have clear text, and this is of course better. And especially if you compare, let's tap on the pages over here, for example, like this. Yes, you have sure these shorter options, and especially because on the first one you had to scroll sometimes in some occasions, and that's something, in my opinion, that's not working at all. So this is the right step in the right direction, but it's not a revolution. It's an evolution, and it's good, but not that revolutionary like I've read on some previews of the S6, and I thought, really? Okay, if you think so. Especially because some things are getting worse, in my opinion. On the old one, for example, here on the Note 4, you could have those two fingers gesture. This is not working anymore. You are always going to this, and you will always have these 10 first quick settings, quick icons. Here we go into edit, and here we have to go into this one. Here you see, and now you can, of course, is this better? You see, okay, these first 10 are the ones you will see in the quick settings, and now you can drag and drop the icons you want to see wherever you want to. You know what I'm meaning. But it's not anymore possible to have that two gestures and say, for example, okay, I want to start the car mode or power saving with just one click from the quick settings over here. That's not, no, I don't want to. Okay, here we are. That's not possible anymore, because you will always have, two fingers. You will always have these 10 icons only, and the other ones down here are, not visible, not usable. This is a step back. I could have imagined that both would have worked. I do not know why Samsung did this, but that's the case. Or something else you should know. For example, here these two, I'm getting the S6 Edge, are having out of the box active that Google Now. Starting with OK Google. OK Google. No. Did I really? Yeah, might be possible that I really already set it. Yeah. No, it's working. Maybe my English is too worse. Let's try again. OK Google. He doesn't like me. Nevertheless, what I wanted to show you, oh, maybe because I didn't switch from German to English. But you see here, like it is right out of the box, that you start your Google search with this keyword, OK Google. That was the case on the S6, of course, too. And that's something I do not find very great because, first of all, it's costing power. And second, I do not want to listen Google to me all the time. So I really would suggest to go here into the app launcher and the Google settings down here, and then you're here, search, and now voice, and then Google, OK Google detection. And this is something you can here now drop on and off. And nevertheless, if you did so, like in that case, nevertheless, you will have, of course, the voice search, like, how old is Barack Obama? See, works still, but now you started just with a manual tap on this, on the icon, and not automatically with a voice command. And that's, in my opinion, totally enough. What I really appreciate is this widget over here. You will have it as an app too. It's called Smart Manager. It's this one over here. So you have here, especially as a widget, a quick overview and can tap on all those details, for example, to start the power saving mode or to clean all, to have no storage with data you do not use, or in the RAM that you say here, too many apps in the background still running, just clean it all. This is something I really appreciate, and I'm wondering why Samsung isn't really giving this widget right out of the box. You have to install this manually just by the old thing, keep touch and keep widgets, and here you can go like this. We have been on the end already here. This is a Smart Manager that you have seen. Great. On the other hand, you know already battery is built in both in the S6 and S6 Edge, of course, 2550, 2600 milliamps. And I told you I already ran some battery tests. I'm doing this on 200 nits, so meaning kind of dark display quality, video runtime in flight mode. And here the S6 has had 476 minutes. That's just 1% below average, but to compare it to the S5, that has had 586 minutes under the same conditions, and that's 22% above the average, meaning 23% difference, less runtime on the S6 than on the S5, almost a quarter. So this is, I guess, coming from the Exynos processor and the QHD display. So it's okay, it's no problem. And on the S6 Edge, we have 536 minutes. That's 12% above the average. 476, 536 minutes, same conditions, same video. So this is, even if it's just 50 milliamps more, you significantly more runtime. And you can have, of course, that wireless charging that's going a little bit slower, but if you use the power cable coming with it out of the box, you will need just 85 minutes to reload from 0 to 100%, 88 minutes the Edge over here, and that's very quick, especially because Samsung is telling that if you just charged, let's say during the day, 10 minutes, you will have 4 hours of average usage, whatever you define as average usage, but nevertheless 10 minutes charging, 4 hours of usage, that's okay. That's really great with that. And benchmarks, I promised, yeah. Here we have in both cases the Exynos 7420, meaning you have 4 cores with 2.1 and another 4 cores with 1.5 gigahertz. 3 GB of RAM, so this is extremely quick, and so in the benchmarks. I'm running 12 benchmarks with over 50 single values. I'm comparing and building an altogether overall value of benchmarking. And here the S6 is 117% above the average. This is incredible. This is even way quicker than the iPhones. And the S6 Edge, 123%, 117, 123% above the average. So this is rank 1 and 2 on the benchmarks at the moment of all phones I've ever tested. Rank 3 and 4 are the iPhones, and on rank 4 is now the HTC One M9, having that Snapdragon 810 processor, and here we have 73% above the average. That is incredibly great. 73% above the average, but again, I have to say, S6 117%, S6 Edge 123% above average, 73. Great, wonderful. So these are really, really quick. So I guess it's a good decision of Samsung to stick with the own Exynos processor instead of going to the Snapdragon 810, especially because the One M9 has some battery runtime problems. So this is not the great job of the M9 with that. It's not running very long. In case you want to have more information on the M9, please click over here. And with that, coming to the differences on the Edge screens. Note 4 Edge and S6 Edge. This is not Note 4 Edge. I know it's just the Note Edge, but because it's the Note 4 model, just with an Edge screen, I call it Note 4 Edge, because this won't be the last Note with an Edge screen. Be aware of that. Yeah, and the difference is, first of all, you see just with your eyes from this angle, but I'm going to go a little bit like that. Of course, you have on the S6 on both sides the Edge screen, not just on one like on the Note Edge, but here it's way bigger, going way more around the corner, and here on the S6 Edge it's just a little bit going around the corner. And especially this makes the differences. Here you will have a kind of a second screen with additional information, and this is working, as you see here, in regular usage mode. This over here is not working in regular usage mode like this, but only in standby mode. With one exception, I'm coming to that later. And here you will have to rub on the side. You can decide if you want to have the right side, the Edge screen, or the left side, and then you can scroll here, for example, through the RSS feeds or date and time and Wall Street information and whatever. Again, let me rub. Do not know why it's not reacting. Here we are. It's a little bit slow at the moment. And here you have these additional information, but not, as you see here, the app drawer. And especially not something you can use here in the regular usage mode. This is standby only. This is an additional screen with the where you can place over here the most used informations and apps and icons. Here you have to go like normal on the S6, for example, like on normal smartphones, to the menu, to the app drawer, or to scroll through the home pages. And here you will have just a quick view. Wherever you are, you can use these icons here. This is an additional plus, in my opinion. It's a little bit quicker, and here do not have this plus on the edges. This is just looking great. And especially the only thing you can use in regular mode is over here these this little tab. If it's working, we can go here. Here you will have, I showed you already, these 5, let me call it VIP contacts. And of course you can now go like that and call them, text them, or send them an email from right here. And you know these color codes, if it's lying down ringing in mute mode, then you see the color, can tap on here and give information predefined via SMS or something, like a text message, sending them, hi, I'm in a meeting, I'm calling you back. But be honest, how often do you really know use these kind of contacts and workings? I find this one way better from the idea, from the the plus of comfort, and here you do not have. That's something I wanted to be sure that you know this differences in the edge screens. That's not comparable in my opinion. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to give you that information concerning the displays. Here we have, as I promised, the HTC One M9 Full HD Quad HD, and I have installed some photos. First of all, let's start with this one so that you can see by yourself, and I'm going to get my magnifier as soon as I've had a little bit zoomed into, and now let me bring it into the same size. Okay, and now watch the icon right here in the middle. Above it's the M9, and down here it's the S6. S6 AMOLED display, diamond matrix, and M9 has a classical LCD IPS display. And in my opinion, I would say this is a little bit, especially on these very small rings in the upper right corner, a little bit more precise, even if it's only full HD and not Quad HD resolution. Again, going back to the M9, if you see something else, let me know in the comments, but for my opinion, it's looking almost the same. And if I would have to decide, let's say in a blind audition where you just see the panel and do not know which phone is which one, I would suggest to go with this one, because this seems to be, at least through this magnifier here, a little bit more in the details, a little bit more sharp. And now let's go to a real photo, for example, so that you not have seen only. Let's go for this. Okay, here we go. A real photo like that one. I'm a little bit too close, I guess. Let me go like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if you see any difference. At least at me here with my own eyes, I have problems. Sorry, I didn't find anything, even with a magnifier. Where we can go again, go like this and like that. Let me know, what do you think? I'm not sure. I don't see that big a differences. Maybe Samsung would have done better to go on the S6 with a full HD screen again and not with a Quad HD, and have had the great battery runtime of the S5. Maybe that would have been the better decision. Now here we have Quad HD, way more pixels than on full HD, what's the advantage of it? I'm not quite sure. So, okay, now I really finished and gave you all information I have at the moment. Again, thanks for watching, and please be so kind to recommend my channel and to subscribe to it. Thanks for that in advance, and take care. Bye.